Deliverance. It released just today, and
But Wenceslas did not take after his father.
getting a little
He
historical
negotiated
background.
his estate for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation.
Oh,
as
that's a new
bishop,
level of
which would
failure.
endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary.
Honestly, I can kind of
Sigismund
understand why.
decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
Okay. That's actually a pretty interesting way for them to do the background setting. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Borderless. I'll try high. Yep, barely able to see that. I have a feeling I'll have to drop it back down to medium. I've been meaning to get a new graphics card, but between, I guess Nvidia will be releasing a better graphics card later this year. At least alleged, or according to rumors. And, well, because of the cryptocurrency stuff, the price of graphics cards has taken a pretty major spike. I have a feeling I am going to have to drop it back down to medium just from... Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing a drop in FPS already. Oh, Lord, I think the red bar is the loading progression. So I got a little bit. Oof. Yeah, the game's been getting decent reviews, you know, like 3 out of 4 stars sort of thing. Which is kind of what I expected, given its focus on realism, and unfortunately there's been a few people that have given it zeros on Metacritic because they didn't buy it, have no intention of playing it, because it's locked to first-person perspective, which, yeah, I hate reviews like that because they are literally the least helpful of all of them. Like, people... You know, years back, I bought Spore because most of the reviews I was seeing that were negative were all about, oh, the DRM is crappy, don't get it because of the DRM. And it's like, okay, that doesn't tell me a thing about the game itself. Like, is the game itself good, bad, just okay? And yeah, it was basically 5 mini-games bundled into one, with the least interesting mini-game coming at the very end. So those reviews were literally not... I mean, those reviews were actively unhelpful. Let's see. It looks like it's in Latin. Right around 30 FPS. And that's a little obtrusive on that one, so I'm going to be turning the FPS indicator on that off again. And yeah, I'll be putting it back to medium. So, yet another loading screen. Oh, that one's a lot faster. Let's Nice that they have subtitles all on by default. And here we go. Should be interesting to see how this works out. And apparently the game has a number of bugs people have been experiencing. I generally try not to knock a game for that. The early 15th century was a time of turmoil in the Holy Roman Empire, which had flourished under the late Emperor Charles IV. But now, with his son Wenceslas the Idle... Oh, okay, this is a recap of the opening I just saw. Oh, wow, even on medium this is gorgeous. Of course, with CryEngine, that's kind of to be expected. I mean, that's kind of their jam. Silva Scullets, 1403. At this point, what I mainly know is that you play as Henry, the son of a blacksmith, and I'm not sure whether you're able to customize his appearance at all. I've seen kind of conflicting videos on that. And maybe some early builds allowed you to and they chose not to, or maybe some early builds you couldn't and they... Oh, silver mines, presumably. That was a bit of a hiccup in the frame rate right there. Must be a patrol. Either a patrol or an envoy, I'm not sure which.
God bless. Same to you. Today's a scorcher.
Well, that's... Had to laugh at the fact that there... You know, more things change, more they stay the same.
Husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm. Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Get up or I'll come get you up, you slug of bed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt.
That looks like a very uncomfortable bed he was sleeping on. Or basically a bench from the look of it. Okay, it looks like it drops to 30 when I'm actually in-game.
A fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
Oh. Okay. Oh, jeez.
Nothing much. Me and the lads were just having a chat in the tavern. Some wayfarer stopped by. He was telling us what's going on in the world, and well, I lost track of time.
Well, I hope he didn't fill your head with nonsense. Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
No, it's just Matthias was teaching me archery.
Archery? Do you want to become a poacher? Have you any idea of the punishment for that? And where did you get a bow, anyway?
Oh, come on. I've no interest in poaching. It's just a bit of fun.
Christ, give me strength. Just don't do anything stupid. For the love of God. Promise.
I promise.
Is Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain. But he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere, as usual.
That's unfair.
Really? So where were you until the small hours last night?
I was with Bianca, of course.
You mean at Bianca's tavern? And who was there with you? No, don't tell me, let me guess. Matthew and Fritz. Well, at least you were with Bianca. You should hold on to that one, Hal. She's a clever girl. And invite her for supper sometime. Your father's very fond of her.
Yeah, of course he is. He thinks he'll be able to wheedle the secret of beer brewing out of her.
You're right there. You'd think he was planning to become a brewer in his dotage. Still, that's your father for you. At least he's interested in something, unlike you lot. You're too busy getting into mischief to do an honest day's work. If Fritz and Matthew carry on this way, they'll wind up swinging one day. You mark my words.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Alright, let's see. I want sprint with left shift, jump with space, walk with caps. Okay, caps lock toggles the walk. Let's see. Advanced graphics settings, motion blur. I always dislike motion blur. Sets your sight in forum flame wars. Nice. Much better. Motion blur always leaves me a little disoriented. Alright, sitting down for... Oh, okay. Got my cat attempting to get in my lap
I'll
at the
have to get
moment.
something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Pardon me? Okay. Keep getting the bread roll, but not the lentil soup. Well, focus on realism is a little clunky. There we go. Here we go, inventory. Lentil soup. Eat. Much better. Kind of sad that I had to climb literally onto the table in order to...
Could do with a bite to eat.
Alrighty. There's the forge. So let's go help Dad.
Come here, I need your help. What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me calling you?
Sometimes you need powers of persuasion to achieve your goals. Talking to people, you can often choose what kind of impression you make on them. Simply use speech, which, however, is influenced by the reputation you have at that moment with the person you're talking to. In the Middle Ages, social status was paramount, so the quality of your attire and how well groomed you are, together with your reputation, can make a big difference to how people respond. If you look dangerous, people will be afraid to cross you and will also be more willing to assign risky tasks to you. That's influenced by your strength and the deterrent effect of your weapons and equipment, but other things are also taken into account, such as bloodstains on your clothes. You can sometimes rely on money to do the talking for you. You just have to grant a persuasive sum. In special cases, you can try any of Henry's other skills, e.g. horsemanship. It's not only the manner of persuasion that's important, but also the specific offer, because sometimes it's not enough to just to choose according to your highest characteristics. You have to really read what Henry is going to say. Good. Different approaches work on different people. You won't intimidate a tough brawler easily, and no matter how well you dress, you won't impress the nobility easily. Compared with the abilities of your counterparts, you can... So yeah, this is basically a tabletop RPG, a little bit more realized from the sound of it.
Sorry, I had to go and deal with something.
Well, it's no great tragedy. Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword
Well,
for Sir
eating in
Radzig,
this case.
and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure he'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? Alright. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Eloquence will help you win friends. An inconspicuous person can totally avoid trouble, and if you'd rather not beat around the bush, violence can also be a solution. Oh, Codex. Oh, I've actually played Farkle. Charles IV. Oh, nice. It's actually done in the old, like, medieval style of art. I'll spare everyone in-depth reading on this. Wow, yeah, Henry's family is not mentioned at all. Unless... Nope. That's a noble family. Beekeeping? Farming? Yeah. Nobility. Hetman. Basically captains in the army. Hofmeister. So the vizier, essentially. Management of the court. Under Chamberlain. And the Burgrave. Shepherd and Tanner. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's a bit of an info dump right off the bat, though.
I could do with a bite to eat.
Okay, Henry, I just fed you. Okay, you cannot talk to every single person, it seems. Here we go. Chatting with Yaroslav. Or Jaroslav. Not sure how to pronounce it.
I'll be with you.
And with you, Henry.
How are you?
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and grip. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Start.
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of...
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this
I've noticed a
evening.
lot of games use that cheat, where they'll keep the hand with the item just out of frame so that they don't have to go to the bother of animating it.
Could do with a bite to eat.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense the blacksmiths would be right near the castle. J for quest log. Kind of wish they would have named it the journal instead then. Alright, collect the debt, buy the charcoal. Oh, go to the sword fighting lesson. So that'll be the second to last visit. Figure I'll buy the ale as the last portion. Okay, it looks like I gotta... There we go, head to C. Although I might do that after the sword fighting training.
Indeed I am, or I'll have nothing to smelt the ore with, and the king won't get his silver.
Oh, the charcoal burner, so gotta hold off on that. And I'm pretty sure I just got to the sword fighting training.
You can't be serious, George. Insulting our king.
What insult? I said only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of impeach Gutenberg?
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with
is
you,
opposed
Henry.
to your king.
I'm with you,
So
Matthew.
are such lords as
What's going on
Henry
here?
Rosenberg.
Deutsch is spouting shit. What?
Just
listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians?
Not the most realistic.
And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not ask for
The
my
Pope and
answer.
anti-Pope.
True, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzig is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your deal will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
And don't forget about Gutenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. Well, what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
Too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some tears will do.
I've got
What
stuff
do
to
you
do
say,
today.
Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
I'm gonna
So-
decline.
How? Are you with us?
Not that I don't want to teach the Deutsch a lesson, but I really don't have time.
Yep.
That's disappointing. Still, we can manage without you. Let's go, lads.
Honestly, hell. How could you possibly chance like this?
Well, I don't exactly want to handle.
I feel quite hungry.
I don't exactly want to handle crap with cut in my hand. All right, so let's see. Ale at the tavern. Okay. Oh, here we are.
Hey, Pip. Do you want to learn?
All right, let's get
Have
the.
you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
Oh, it was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two.
Although I
to
noticed
say
in the
about it.
cutscene your hand was
No
healed.
mother's happy when her son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Yes.
All right, I'll wait on the ground. by
That was
the
a little
footwall
awkward.
as usual.
Okay, so you are only able to talk to certain people, it seems. Or at certain times. Which is kind of realistic. You don't exactly stop and pass the time of day with every single person you meet, generally speaking. Oh, calm down, sheepies. Yes, do it right on the other side of my house. Where my dad might be able to see. That is a very weird spot to store a ladder, though.
So, can we get started?
We can.
Hopefully I'm not
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far.
just hoping that doing this first doesn't lock me out of... Okay.
Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
Okay, you've got to hold
All right.
shift in order to...
Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times. Good, good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another. Back.
Alright, gotta manage the stamina.
Good. Once again.
Okay, apparently it doesn't count unless I...
Good.
Alright, so... I've gotta hit
Right.
P,
That's
apparently.
enough. I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience, believe me.
Okay. Oh, okay, so speech. Oh, okay, I've got a main level perk. There we go. The worse the bed, the better you sleep. I'll go with Scout, I think. Because that's got some good perks without any significant drawbacks. And looks like all of these are, yeah, minimum level 3 or 4. Alrighty. Let's go retrieve the coin from Knush. So what's the little white portion of my stamina bar indicate? Just that I'm not that...
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Okay, am I genuinely that hungry, or... Yeah, I've got a bread roll here. Okay, not hungry at all now. You have no savior. Oh yeah, the savior schnapps. Forgot about that. Alright, Kanesh.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
Nice greeting.
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer, and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Look, I know things aren't easy. The wife ran off, booze is dear these days, and you're as much use as a square wheel.
Oh, jeez!
But a debt's a debt, and I can't leave here without something.
You son of a whore. How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you then.
Okay, fist fight apparently.
You're going to cry.
Bugger!
Okay, stamina is a little depleted. Oof. Ow! Okay, I'm not sure how you evade. Oh, come on, I blocked that one. Okay, can't chain attacks when he backs up like that.
Boha Yeho. Giving up already?
Okay, now I'm doing a little better. Emphasis on a little. Eesh.
What's the matter? Come on!
Yeah, I can't let my stamina drain.